Okay, we're live. What's up, chess players? Are you ready to take a look at this amazing tournament today? As always, on Tuesday, all of the top grandmasters are coming together to play at Title Tuesday, an amazing tournament. And well, of course, you can take a look at all of the games today together with me. I'm gonna try to comment my decisions, so that is instructive for you, so you can learn a lot and, of course, improve your chess. So we still have like 3 minutes before the tournament. I hope you are just as excited as I am because, well, as always, all of the top guys are taking part. Let me show you who is participating. Here you can see it from the top. Yeah, all of those. Alexei Sarana, Daniel Dubov. I guess it's, yeah, very strong guy from Canada. Don't know him personally. Alexander Bortnik from Ukraine. Alexander Grishuk, a lot of those very strong grandmasters from Uzbekistan. So yeah, many more, of course. And still we have 1 minute, so maybe the strongest guys are still coming. Let's take a look. And well, as always, feel free to ask your questions in the comments. I hope it's going to be exciting for you. I'm definitely fired up to take part in this tournament, and hopefully, of course, my result would be better than previously, because last week, I guess, it was better than the week before. So I want to continue this trend and, of course, play some nice games. Like last time, we played a very fascinating game against Gotham Chess. This time, hopefully, we are gonna get some exciting games too. So let me switch it off and get ready for the game. I guess we have just a few seconds before the game. And let me see if you have any questions. Okay, we have a lot of, as always, a lot of comments from Konstantin. Hi there, and glad to see you again. Let me take a look at your comments there. Yeah, thank you very much. I also hope for a better result. Have fun, of course. And well, in terms of Gotham Chess against Journey Grandmaster, 20 games. No, that is not realistic, but well, it's always a random chance if he's taking part in the tournament, of course, and that we can play a game. If that happens, I would be happy to play it and hopefully take a rematch. Okay, I have a very strong opponent here in the first round, and yeah, let's go. So we have the Philidor defense. That is one of those super strong players from Uzbekistan. There is a whole bunch of them. Rook g1. Yeah, that is kind of a tricky move. Somehow don't really know what to do against it. I guess g6 and knight h5 should be a way. Like I can start with c6, for example. Always a very useful move here, and I have to be fast because I don't want to end up in time trouble, as I very often do. So g6, and now after g5, I want to go knight h5, and this bishop might even go to g7, although I have to be careful with that because that weakens the d6 square, but it's very tempting. I mean, the bishop is so strong here, just as d6 square. I'll often make a mistake of playing b5, as then queen takes d6 wins a pawn, but this time I'm not doing that. Okay, and maybe, so now if I play b5, still takes, and queen d6 is very, very annoying. So maybe queen a5 is a move instead. Because, well, I'm putting some pressure, and now maybe b5, although takes, queen. Yeah, still queen d6 is not great. I can take and play knight c5, putting some pressure on the e4 pawn, or maybe rook e8 first. Let's try rook e8. I have 2 minutes, that's pretty solid. And at some point I should create some counterplay, of course, because otherwise in the center my opponent has an advantage. Knight d5, all of those tricks don't seem to work. Okay, do I take on d4? Knight x, knight c5. It seems good. Also f3 maybe is his idea. And then I don't have a good follow-up. Takes b5, takes maybe b4. I go somewhere. Yeah, maybe now I can play b5. And also after takes I can take with a knight there, attacking the f3 knight. Rook b8 hopefully also works. I mean, b4 immediately, I guess knight a2, and my queen is hanging. Although I have takes on d4. Yeah, I don't know. Let's improve first our position and get ready for this attack. Should be pretty good, but shouldn't be low on time. d5, b4. Yeah, that should be working. My bishop would be closed, but well, knight f4 at some point would be an idea, sacrificing a pawn, but opening up this beast on g7. b2. Okay, is it time for b4? Knight a2. Maybe not. Maybe still not. Queen c7, a5, b4. d5. Yeah, d5 is pretty annoying there. How do I deal with that? Knight f4, takes. Queen takes. Yeah, let's try it. Because you have to take with the queen, and then I have b4. And then you don't have this nice idea, because now if I play b4, there is always knight a2, and I don't see a follow-up, because my queen is kind of pinned. But now if he takes, then I have, okay, h5. How do I use it? Maybe c5? Or maybe b4 straight away. Start with c5. I don't know, feels like I should have something, but I don't have a lot of time to calculate the variations. Hopefully here nothing special happens, as long as my bishop is there. And now b4 is a real threat, but the question is, what is he gonna do? He takes, knight takes. Even knight takes is a possibility, because b4 I have queen takes, and I'm attacking the knight on c3, and otherwise I'm attacking the pawn here. Rook h1. I don't know what is the threat. If the queen is coming, that might be dangerous. Let me play b4. It's definitely time for that. Ah, okay, the knight might be coming somewhere. Rook takes. Is it too dangerous? Maybe it is too dangerous. But I guess I have to risk. Okay, 28 seconds. It's time to speed up. Otherwise, I'm gonna get checkmated. Problem is, I can't still take on h3 because of my b6. Knight c7 fork, but hopefully it's not such a big deal. Also, if I'm taken, then I can take on h3, then the pin would be not there anymore. I mean, he might win an exchange, but okay. d4 now. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And take takes. Queen d8. I don't know what I'm doing. It's becoming crazy. It's a 6. Oops. Where the queen should go. I don't have a square to go, and there is 97. Yeah. It was very dangerous. And in the end of the day, I'm blundering something. But I really liked my position. Just once again, I was too slow. Now it's a checkmate. Okay, let's take a look. I guess somewhere there it should have been good for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this game. Yeah, I already see that I had a huge advantage. Somewhere there, almost winning. Okay, rook e8 is not the best. Knight b6. Yeah, knight b6 before playing b5 is always kind of weird for me. Somehow it works. Maybe just bishop e6, knight c4. Yeah, maybe it's just simpler than I think it is. c5 is a blunder. Stakes on h5, yeah. Like normally you don't want to open up your king, but sometimes it's even better because now g6 is well covered, and I guess I have enough time till he takes it back and creates some threats. Although rook h1, rook h5, rook h1, I mean the second one, when you see it, you don't want to allow that. So that is why I just did that. Only 4 is not the best. Yeah, bishop b7 just developing, I guess that's the best. Development is always the key, as I always telling you in my videos. And this way I have lost to tempi, but bishop a6 is still a good move. Yeah, taking on d4 was bad. Ah, rook e2. Wow, I haven't seen it at all. Because now I finally achieved my goal. My goal is to take on a3. I cannot do it because of the spin, but once the queen is going and it doesn't really have a lot of squares, I guess it takes on f4, but then takes on a3 and that's game over. It's -5 according to the engine, but you have to play b3, but then your bishop is dead forever, and yeah, that's a completely winning position. Rook e2, just one move. I had 26 seconds. I still had time for that. Somehow I didn't see this geometry. Oops. Yeah, and taking on d4 is, of course, I wanted to open up the bishop somehow, but just don't have time for that. And now the engine, the best move according to the engine is queen takes a2. Sacrificing the queens and bishop c4, taking the knights, I don't know, pinning the knight here, and that is just +1 for white, despite being a queen up. And after queen to d8, that's already, yeah, quite a significant advantage. Although knight takes d4 gives me another chance. Bishop b7 is the right move. I absolutely need to exchange this knight. And I felt that, but somehow I played queen takes g5 because I thought it's good to eliminate this pawn, but then knight comes to c6, threatening here. Knight a5 is the best move according to the engine. Nobody cares about this exchange, just get all of the pieces forward. Let me see if there is no new game. No, still have some time. And then after rook g1, okay, I still can take the rook. Completely forgot about that. Although that's a huge advantage for white too. Yeah, so my best chance was, of course, here after bishop a6, rook e2 was just a killing blow. I guess, yeah, I would just crush him afterwards, but I didn't. Okay, hi there, everybody that are coming. Is there any second part of analyzing our games? You didn't analyze my game. Yeah, you guys have sent me a lot of games there, like, I don't know, 40 or 50 games, and of course I'm not able to uh, analyze everything in one video. I'm trying to do that, and with the time, I hope to cover pretty much everything. Okay, I even have a notification there, not to miss the new game. So I hope to release new videos with your games, with analyzing your games, guys. So be patient. I hope to do that, to make it all possible, but of course that takes time. Hopefully you understand that. Okay, we have the new game, but somehow the opponent doesn't make the moves yet. 2300 candidate master. Usually when I see this title, it means for me that it's a very young talent somehow. That is why you should always be careful. Okay, c4, knight c3, that is a very typical position. Now there are a lot of different ways for black to go on. Takes on c4 is one of the possible ways, and now we are kind of in the Rogozin defense if I play bishop g5. Takes c5. I'm usually playing it as black, so I'm a little bit confused what I should do. e5 or takes on c4. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to take on c4 here, then takes, knight takes, queen a5, bishop takes f6, or bishop takes c3 first. Yeah, okay, that's a theoretical line. But somehow I always felt it's simpler for black to play it. That is why I'm a little bit concerned. You can't take on c4 because of rook c1 afterwards. And now there is a bunch of moves for white after queen a5, which I can try, but I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to try. I remember g3, king g2 line. There is knight b5, bishop b5. Like, you can try everything, but the question is, what is a reasonable way to fight for an advantage? He's still thinking, so chances are he's not gonna play queen a5. Yeah, queen b4 is already a mistake as far as I remember, but not sure how to use it. I guess knight b5 because it threatens knight c7 and knight d6 at the same time. Hopefully that is correct. I just remember that queen b4 is a mistake. So knight b5 should be the move, because otherwise I don't see any way to use it. So knight a6. I mean, also not such a huge deal, right? Knight d6, just king e7, takes, rook takes, all of his pieces are very active. Maybe I have queen d6 or... maybe queen h5 at some point. And maybe I should have sacrificed and queen h5, although... yeah, there was something with queen h5 at some point. Knight d6, king e7. Maybe a3, queen c5. Although queen c5 maybe... no, knight d6. Wow. Yeah, I'm spending all of my time. I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe queen d6 is the simplest one. And then we are going into the endgame. Yeah, let's just play that to save some time. Because I hope that endgame should be more or less fine for me. Let's take and play king e2. Not in time to take the knight. I would have taken it now, then king to d6. King takes d6 would have been a move. Here everything is equal, but I have a bishop against a knight. Very solid pawn structure, so hopefully I can outplay him. I have to be fast, but he doesn't really have any weaknesses. That's my problem. f3. I don't know, maybe he wants to play knight c6, although I would prefer just to play knight c5 and b6, and everything is very, very solid. Okay. Yeah, that's also important. d3. And maybe bishop back. I want to step back from the check, and also after knight d4 I have rook takes c8. But yeah, this position is very, very solid for black. Maybe I should be careful not to blunder anything here. Stake. Yeah, but now rook c3 is coming. Also not great. Let's play f4. In king to e2, just to avoid all of the checks. Now knight d6, and he's attacking. Well, it's not such a huge deal, but bishop a4, rook c4, and bishop d1 also. So I guess... wait. I have to cover... yeah, I'm low on time. I have to cover the c2 square, because otherwise rook c2 would have been very unfortunate. Okay, now it's a draw, but of course it's still blitz, so everything can happen. Oh no, that was a blunder. Okay, he actually didn't play rook c3 check. That gives me a chance. Check. Yeah, how do I create any threats? I don't have any time, I don't have any ideas. Doesn't feel good. Changing the... oops, now it should be a draw. Oh, he doesn't want to play for a draw. We play h4 and maybe rook d7. Maybe that would be an idea. Okay, now I'm taking some pawns. Let's take this one. Check. 5. Who's gonna be the first one? That's the question. I have 4 seconds. I have to stop. Ah, no. No. Okay, e7. Yeah, now it should be good. Yeah, I could have just promoted, but doesn't matter. Oops. And now I have just to be fast. Yeah, okay. That should be good enough. Wow, that was a very intense game. I mean, I just should play faster. That's my constant problem. I don't know why I'm so slow. Maybe because I'm just explaining too much stuff. I should be more focused on actually playing the game. Okay, hi to everybody that are coming. Hopefully you are enjoying, because for me it's just a huge stress. But I'm wondering what is actually the right way here, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, queen b4 is a mistake. Knight b5 is the best move, knight a6, and now queen d6 is a mistake. But what is the correct one? a3. Yeah, I thought that queen c5 works, and I didn't see a refutation, because now after knight d6, king e7 I have calculated, and now if I take the knight, he takes the knight. But knight xf7 is the solution here. And the point is, now I'm actually taking here. Sorry, just a second, because my battery ran out. I have to make a little bit of break. Okay, I'm actually back. Sorry once again. We all have some technical problems. So I was analyzing it here with the move. Yeah, I understand that you don't have the accuracy or the engine evaluation while I'm analyzing. I just, yeah, can't make it happen that fast here on the screen. But the point is that white here is better because of bishop takes e6 check, and this move knight takes f7 is the move I have missed in my during my game. Okay, we still have a little bit of time to analyze. So I played queen to d6, which loses all of the advantage. In fact, this endgame is just better for black. Yeah, I thought that should be fine, and then maybe I could outplay my opponent somehow. But yeah, I actually went into trouble here, and also very low on time. 20 seconds, of course. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, here it's a little bit better for black. Okay, we have a new game. And then, of course, my opponent made a mistake. Okay, a very strong grandmaster, Adam Kozak. Yeah, I actually know him. I have played against him in a classical chess in Budapest in one of the international master tournaments, and the game ended in a draw. But since then, he has become a very, very strong guy. H3, that is something weird. I guess I can still take. I don't know what H3 is about, just to get away from the theory, but I mean, that is what you're supposed to do after knight c3 and, okay, bishop. That's a very interesting strategy, but I guess knight f6 is possible. Just continuing the development. I mean, g4 wouldn't be that huge. Okay, now the bishop is just standing there, and I don't have a good way to attack it without letting bishop to be exchanged. What else could I do? Bishop f5, d5 maybe. Is d5 a move? Or maybe bishop e6 first and then d5, but then knight g5. Let me play d5. Because, yeah, according to chess principles, if you have an advantage in terms of the development, you should use it. d4 now doesn't work. Takes also doesn't work. Then let's play bishop e6. Now after bishop e2, might make sense to take. Rook e8 was another possibility, but also bishop e2. Into c1. Ah, okay, he doesn't want to exchange the queens. Knight e4. Takes. Knight b4. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Because once again, I'm better developed, so I should try to use it somehow. And take there. It doesn't give me anything, so let's take here. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm getting somewhere. Also because I miss the fact that he always has this queen to c3 check, so I don't have knight b4 idea. Okay, he does it immediately. I thought I have queen f6. Okay, we are just going into the endgame. But endgame feels good for me. Knight b4. Yeah, I'm not sure. Go for it. Takes. Also not really. Okay, let's just play solid. Or develop the rooks. Maybe rook a to d8 was a little bit more precise. I just wanted to double the rooks along the d files, so I thought it doesn't matter. Rook d7 also protecting here. Maybe I should have played bishop d3 actually. Let's go for bishop d5. Because it's kind of controlling here everything, and bishop e2 is now not possible because of g2 pawn. Yes, that is why he does that. And I would like to play f5 somehow. But then I need to bring my king back. Maybe, I don't know, rook. Yeah, okay, let's just play fast, because it doesn't bring me anything. I spent too much time. e5, it's kind of weakening. Oh no, there is... Oh no, wait. Rook takes c6, I go back, knight takes b3 is not possible because of rook d1. Okay, then I'm at least not lost yet. Go back. But the fact that I'm blundering again is very... He's actually going for it. Okay, so that's a sacrifice. But I mean exchange up. I understand that he's gonna win some pawns, but... Okay, he wants to play rook c2. Maybe rook g1. Yeah, now it's an exchange for one pawn, so I should be better, but how to proceed? How to put some pressure on his position? Knight on d4 is very good. d1. Okay, 7. h1. I'm trying to create some weaknesses, but maybe that's a bad strategy because his pawns are moving forwards, and that might be very dangerous for me. I want to attack the f3 pawn. Now I want to play b4 and take on f3. Question is, can he defend the pawn somehow? By the way, rook b1 was another idea. Like the b2 pawn. And e3 might be an idea, but then rook b1 seems to work. Okay. Aha. d4 was a trick. Should have played rook f2 maybe. Okay. That should be good enough. Yeah, now we are winning. He offered me a draw, just in case you know. That was funny. Okay, we actually won a game against a very, very strong opponent, almost 2,900 on chess.com. I don't know if it's my personal record. It might be. I mean, I have defeated Jeffrey Shonk. He was probably around 3,000 on chess.com, so maybe he was stronger. I don't remember, but that was a huge victory. In every case, hopefully you enjoyed it. Let's take a look at the analysis. I have here the notification thing, so you're not gonna miss the game. My accuracy, unfortunately, you don't see it. Maybe I can show it to you. Yeah, you actually can see it now. 91.8, and his one is 84.5, and yeah, 3050 is the rating for this game, so it was actually good. And what is even more important, I have left a little bit of time for myself for the end of the game, and that allowed me to to finish the game normally. So I was pretty aggressive from the very beginning, and we got into this endgame, which is equal according to the engine. And actually, bishop b3 is not losing, but it's not also the best move. What is the best one? 95. Yeah, I wanted to do that, but I decided to exchange the bishop first. I didn't see rook c6. I completely blundered at that, and then I wanted to play 95. But of course, I should have done it immediately. But thank God, this position is actually -2 now, so rook takes c6 is a huge mistake. You should just take on b3. Okay, now I have an exchange, and I even managed to convert it somehow. Yeah, so it's -1, more or less here. I don't think there are any significant moments. Yeah, now it's completely winning for black, so I have managed to win the f3 pawn, and afterwards everything falls apart for white. Okay, very nice game, and I actually already have the next one. It's very fast. 2700, international master from, I guess it's Bulgaria. Yeah, and we're playing as white. We have the King's Indian. Hopefully he's gonna play d6 and not d5, because d5 is a symmetrical position. I don't enjoy it that much. Okay, b6. That is something completely different. What do I play? Yeah, I guess I'm still playing b3 and bishop b2. So it's a double fianchetto from black. Now he's going for c5. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to take. Because if I don't take and play c4, he has 94. Let me take it to open up the diagonal. And I'll play c4 to stop the d5 move. I mean, he can do that, but he's gonna have an isolated pawn. Yeah, and if he plays d6, then I have some kind of an initiative. Although this bishop is, of course, very strong. Knight c3. But in general, the pawn structure should favor me. Although if he plays a5, a4 at some point, then b3 might be weak. Okay. Queen should go to d2. Maybe rook e1, e4 should be my idea. and e5. q1. Okay, he plays e5, and that's actually very good that I didn't play e4 yet, because I have an opportunity to play e3 to stop the knight. And I guess I should do it, because otherwise it's gonna be very annoying. e4, I have knight g5. Yeah, because this d6 pawn is a huge weakness. Now I can just attack it multiple times, and it's not that convenient for him to e4. I still have knight g5. Yeah, he can defend it, but not that pleasant. Maybe now knight g5 and knight e4. Knight d5 is kind of a threat, because after the exchange, f7 pawn is in trouble. Yeah, that is why knight b4. Guess I should exchange. Yeah, but a2 might be a weakness. That is unfortunate. I don't want to play a3 because that would weaken the b3 pawn. Although maybe, yeah, it's don't like it. Maybe just bishop back, because that would defend the pawn with the queen, and now once again I have knight e4 idea, and I have to speed up. It's time for that, because I have less time. Hopefully not blundering anything. But as long as there is a weakness on d6, yeah, maybe he can play d5 right now, trying to eliminate this weakness. Yeah, he wants to do that. Knight c3, d5 takes. I can actually take everything and get two rooks for the queen. It's a very complicated situation, but objectively should be fine. Okay, now knight d5, right? To just make sure that this weakness is going to be always there. Right, I take with the queen, because otherwise I'm blocking this file. I'm not sure if I could have taken the bishop first. Hopefully it doesn't make a huge difference. Because also this e4 pawn is a weakness, the queen is good. He wants to play rook e5, I guess. I need to double and hopefully not allow the move d5. So queen b7 after rook e5. And I also have to be a little bit careful with some checkmating ideas. But hopefully it's not going to be that fast. Okay, a4. Maybe I have b4 takes c5. Yeah, but rook c5. Otherwise, it's going to be a weakness. How do I deal with that? And yeah, the queen has no moves to go. That's the problem. That's tough. My queen is somehow misplaced. Maybe h5. Sorry, h4 with an idea to play h5, but he always has that. Okay, now I have queen g5. I like it. Rook. Hopefully I'm not blundering the queen. Maybe I am. Okay, on f6 it's pretty solid because I have c3. And I really have to speed up. Now I have b4, and then maybe it's gonna be weak, and d6 is still weak. The question is, no, no, maybe not. Okay, I can play rook d4 for now. But the question is, do I take? Everything is going off the board, and I don't really get anything out of that. Yeah, still doing the same thing. I have to eliminate the queens, I guess, just to make sure that... Okay, he actually doesn't want to go for that. Ah, okay, I had rook d8 check. That's nice. Okay, 5 seconds. Very difficult. Just want to exchange everything and have an extra pawn. Oops, 1 second. Oops. Ah, no, now he has a huge target there. Yeah, that was the wrong thing to do. Now I don't have anything. But at least I'm not losing, hopefully. Because I had just 1 second. Yeah, queen d5 wasn't the right thing. I should have exchanged a pair of rooks somehow. Okay, he's playing for a win. Why didn't I play? Yeah, I'm doing something weird, but it's still a draw. Okay, now f5. Yeah, now I'm actually winning a pawn, but it's still a draw, right? Ah, he's cutting my... Oops. Oops, now it's a checkmate. Ah, oh my god. Yeah, I just suddenly realized I have just 1 second on the clock. Come on. I have missed this resource with king takes f2. I was expecting rook takes f2 and then suddenly king takes, and I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I should have just pushed my king somewhere or do something. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I was completely winning in this game and I didn't even make a draw. That's... I mean, the whole game I'm completely winning. +5 here. My opponent didn't deserve the victory. He was not better in any point in the game up to this last moment where I blundered the checkmate. Okay, but it's still my fault that I'm so low on time, obviously. I was actually enjoying the way I played. Ah, okay, rook d6, and you can't take because of rook d8. I actually didn't see it. I was about to exchange everything. Yeah, now I'm just winning all of the pawns, but I didn't have any time to realize what to do. Yeah, rook d8, and I realized too late that I have just rook d8, just exchanging a pair of rooks and then 2 extra pawns. King is weak. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be kind of a checkmate. And then rook b2, and suddenly he's very active, and this queen d5 is not such a good thing because of f2 weakness. My second idea was to play rook d8, and that's working. Also, after queen g7, with 1 second on the clock, I'm not sure I would find the right way to continue, because if I take, I don't really have anything. And queen a8 is the right move. Ah, okay, rook d7 is coming. Yeah, that's true. And then I have a huge initiative. So I should have played rook d8. Just wanted to exchange to simplify, and that is the last mistake here. If I take with a rook, then it's still fine. Ah, okay, because I'm the first one to create a checkmate thread, right? It's actually pretty simple. I was afraid of rook takes f2. I didn't want to allow that, but I forgot that I could be the one who is creating the first huge threat, and then you have to go back, and then obviously everything is great. I mean, rook c6 is good enough. Also, yeah, good enough. Okay. Um, let's let me take a look at your questions. We have a break now, as far as I remember, so I have some time to answer your questions. Yeah, so I have 2 out of 4 in the end of the day instead of 3 out of 4. I guess I deserved it, but that's life. Um, okay, the last question from Konstantin in the very beginning was, now that World Chess Championship is long over, question: how long did you cry after tie break game 4? I did a solid 5 days. Well, I didn't really cry. I guess you say that because I mentioned that I'm rather supporting Nepo because of his style, which is very, very similar to mine. But it's not like it was a tragedy for me. I mean, yeah, objectively, probably he deserved a little bit more to win the match because he was so many times forward in the game 12, I believe. He could have just win another game and that would be over. But I was so impressed by the resilience that Din Ren had. I mean, it was so simple to just give up and call it a day, but always he had found those resources in himself to come back and to win the games, even though he was behind in terms of score. For me, that is absolutely incredible. And I guess he deserves the victory very much. I mean, it's not like he got lucky or something. He was playing very, very good. And in the tiebreak, in the last game, he actually risked, he went all in with that rook to g6, and that brought him the victory. So well deserved. And yeah, now we have the new World Chess Champion, which is incredibly amazing to even think about, as we had Magnus Carlsen for like 10 years straight, and nobody could have thought that it could change actually. So that feels incredible. But well, it's a new history. It's also great to have something new. So yeah, kind of nice. So let's take a look at the standings as well. We have quite a lot of players with 4 out of 4. So nothing huge is happening so far. We don't have Hikaru. Um, for me, it feels like everyone could have won, but I'm way too weak in chess to have a valid answer. I'm not sure which game you're referring to. I guess one of mine. If you are talking about mind games, and always everybody can win. Most of the time I lose because of some stupid blunder, like this one, rook h2. I mean, that is incredible here. I have an extra pawn in a rook's endgame and I lose the game like king f5. There is literally just one idea for black to win the game, and that is rook h2. You can go either way with the king and you can never lose, especially king h6, since there is no king f6 anymore. So that is really stupid, but I mean, 3 seconds, everything happens. Um, do you? I hope you become a GM. You're insanely good. Thank you very much. I also hope, and actually this year I'm gonna take part in some tournaments to try to score a Grandmaster norm, and I'm gonna keep you up to date. Of course, I'm gonna publish the videos with games from the tournaments, and so you're gonna be a part of this journey. And actually, that's kind of the point of this entire YouTube channel. So hopefully you're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna inspire you, and at the same time, of course, it's gonna be very instructive for you. You're gonna learn a lot in the process, and well, hopefully eventually become a grandmaster yourself one day. So yeah, let me go out of it because it's very sad to take a look at this position. When will the next simul be? Yeah, that's a good question. I promised to have it for a long time, but I just have a tournament almost every week, and the next weekend German Chess Championship starts, so I'm gonna be out again. Yeah, it's very difficult. Maybe afterwards I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that at some point. I just need to find this window to make it possible. Because obviously I also have to make all of those videos for you, all of those shorts and streams like this one. So it takes an incredible amount of time. Hopefully, once again, you understand that. Also, I have to analyze all of the games you have sent me. It's actually very funny, but once again, takes a lot of time. Okay, we have a new game here, FIDE Master. Very solid. I guess I have to play knight h5 at some point, although After bishop a2, I kind of can't do that, which is sad. Maybe I should have played it immediately instead of castles. So what is my plan? Because he didn't play e4. Maybe knight g4. Knight g4 with the same idea to exchange. Although he can just play bishop g3. Should have done it immediately then. Okay, let's just develop and do it quickly. Maybe knight f... No, the pawn is hanging, so I have to play queen c7, and then maybe knight f8, knight g6. And bishop is free to go. I mean, my position is also incredibly solid. I just need to finish my development somehow, because I'm pretty passive here. Okay, b4. Yeah, maybe a5 was a move I should have made. But I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, the worst things that can happen is just one pawn exchange. And I want to bring my knight. And then maybe even knight to h5, although I have to be careful once again with this bishop. So knight g6. d5. Okay. I guess the point if takes, bishop takes f6, bishop takes knight d5, queen d8. Still, it's not that bad. But I can also start with knight g6. If he takes, I can take, and still I don't have this knight on d5, this monster. Maybe also e4, I have knight f4. Otherwise, I want to play e4 maybe myself to open up the bishop, although, of course, I might lose this. Wait, e4, bishop takes, he takes, rook takes e4, bishop takes g6, bishop takes a1, bishop h7, king h7, rook a1, and I'm some material up. So unless I'm blundering something in my calculation, it does feel like bishop d3 was a blunder. Okay, knight 8. So that means he just sacrifices an exchange. But now after rook takes, I also have takes on d5, and I want to, obviously, I want to exchange the queens. Although that would weaken my d6 pawn hugely. I'm not sure whether I want, maybe I want to play bishop f5. Just to continue the development. Ah, no, knight f6. Ah, so stupid. And I see it immediately once I make this blunder. And it's a very typical thing. Wait, that is also possible. It's not that bad because at least I can take it and take it on d5, and it's not such a huge deal. So bishop takes, knight e8, bishop takes, knight takes. That is equal. I mean, he's getting the exchange back. Yeah, bishop f5 was stupid. I should have just taken. Now I can take on d5 or on b4. Both moves are actually possible. Let me take here. He can take on g6, but I'm taking on c4. Hopefully, I mean, a lot of pieces are going off the board, which is good for me, because it's going to be more difficult for him to create some threats. Ah, b7 is hanging. That is something I completely forgot. Okay, maybe still queen to d6. Although, yeah, some checkmating ideas. Yeah, rook b1 is very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Rook takes b7, takes. Queen c6. Ah, no, the knight is coming, but hopefully I'm in time to attack this pawn on c5, because that is, of course, a huge deal. And also rook b7, I mean, it has no moves to stay on the 7th rank. Ah, maybe rook c1 is his idea, and then knight d6. Wait. Now I can just take. Queen c2. That is possible, right? Yeah. It seemed to be possible, and of course, without the queens, it's much simpler for me. Although still not like it's a clear victory because he has a pawn for an exchange and this d5 pawn is very weak. But I'm targeting this a2 too. a2 too. Yeah, 21 seconds. It's relatively simple here in terms of the position. Rook e4, knight d4, and hopefully I can take. Hopefully still I'm not blundering the rook or something. Actually, rook a1 is a checkmate in one. Right, check. h1. Knight c2 is a little bit annoying. All right. Yeah. e7 is a problem. That is why I put my rook back to protect. h5. Hopefully there are no checks. King f4 is a move, but I take there. No. Right. I mean, here at least there are no checks. There's something I'm hoping for. d4. d4 was the right move. Wow. Yeah. I thought somehow it should be easier, but once again, when you don't have any time, every position is difficult. You should just play faster, or better to say, I should just play faster. But at least I won this time. Yeah, pretty much the whole game I was better, but still made some mistakes. Queen c7 is a mistake. Take some d4. Yeah, of course, if you take with a knight, I was about to play knight c5, but my problem was takes on d4, then knight f8. Okay. Okay, good to know. This position is equal, by the way, if you're curious. Let's go back. e4. Yeah, that is a great move. So bishop d3 was a mistake from his side. But bishop f5 is, of course, a huge mistake from my side. Yeah, I should just take on d5, exchange the queens, defend the d6 pawn somehow, and that is a very good position. But what I did is absolutely unnecessary. Okay, that is still fine. Rook h1 is a mistake. Rook e4. Yeah, just don't allow this whole initiative. Okay, at least here it's all fine. Rook e1. Wow, that's equal now. Because knight takes d5, right? And he has a lot of pawns. I should play rook e3, rook g3 with the same idea, but the difference is now knight takes d5 is not possible because of rook g6. Now winning the knight, right? And otherwise, I want the same thing. And also knight f5 is not possible after rook g3 because of rook g6. So I'm basically winning this pawn on e3. Yeah. Yeah, this position is losing, but he ran out of time. Okay, maybe we still have some time to take a look at some other guys. No, it seems like all of the games are over. Let me update. Oh, there is one game left. Wow! Bishop and knight against the king. By the way, let me know in the comments if you want me to create a video how to give a checkmate with a knight and bishop. Actually, that was a draw, right? So, didn't succeed. That's a pity. Okay, I'm getting another very strong opponent from India. I mean, if I see an opponent from India, I immediately understand that the game is going to be very tough because those guys are just so strong. Beginner master, at least not a grandmaster. e5, yeah, here it goes, like they say. Okay, I just Should focus on the development. Yeah, now c5, b3 shouldn't be that great. Although he didn't play c5, yeah, now we have something kind of normal. Kind of normal, but yeah, let's just develop. Maybe e4. If he wants to stop it, he must play knight e4 right now. c5, okay. I guess I'm fine with an exchange because I take it with a knight. Open up my bishop. Oops. And I should calculate now. In some variations, even e5 is possible. Although he has, yeah, now bishop is protected. Is c4 a move? Hopefully, because takes, I have a move with a tempo. It doesn't, and I have an active pawn, but maybe it's not a big deal. Also, I have to be careful with those sacrifices. Yeah, now my knight on d2 is a little bit weird because it's blocking my queen. Maybe the queen has to go to e2. Yeah, queen e2. Queen e2 was actually a good move because it's attacking the b5 pawn. Now my a2 pawn is weak. So even if I win the pawn there, I'm not... Yeah, queen e2 was much better. Okay. Maybe e5 would be b4. Okay, now it's a little bit simpler because there is no tension here. And the question is whether I can play e5. No, it feels like it's too dangerous. Let's play rook d1 just to make this one useful. Well, now I have the b5 square, but maybe he says that it doesn't help me. But I still want to do that because now I really want to play e5. Now the bishop is active. Oops. Okay, b3 is protected, so it's time to go on. Because otherwise all of my pieces are useless in the center if I don't use it. The question is, what do I do after takes? I guess I take the bishop. Otherwise I'm gonna have a king there. Yeah, but still probably I don't achieve anything because now takes rook. e2 is very annoying. Maybe after takes I can take with a knight. Can I do that? Hopefully I can. Because this knight on d2 is really very annoying. 96, yeah, he doesn't want to exchange. d5 seems to be dangerous. And a2 is now weakness. Okay, maybe rook d2. Trying to stabilize everything, but now f3. Oh no. Oops. It's a huge... Yeah, I completely missed that. Because now knight h3 is a checkmate threat in two moves. And knight f3 is threatening to win an exchange. Completely missed that. How do I even continue? I don't see a single move. I mean, losing everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Because I have to play f3. Horrible. That's just horrible. Oh no, knight g4. Yeah. That's just a pity. Like I said, Indian guys are very tricky, especially in the tactics. They're just finding so many tactics. Now there is no way for me to... Bishop is hanging, rooks are hanging, everything is hanging. Checkmate is probably somewhere there. And he also has 1 minute more, so Now queen h1 is a checkmate threat. Probably just resign. Yeah, what can I say? I pretty much liked my position, but maybe it was an illusion. Maybe it wasn't anywhere good. Yeah, he just goes into the endgame. And my bishop is hanging. Yeah, okay, it's completely hopeless. Hmm. Well, up to this game, I liked pretty much every one of my games. Maybe the first one was also not that great. But this one, I just completely collapsed with this 96, 95, knight g5 idea. Yeah, so this position is equal. And rook d2 just blunders everything in one move. After knight d4, why didn't I play knight d4? It's such a reasonable move. It's a little bit better for white. Yeah, very unfortunate. Feel free to ask the questions. Now that I have lost my game pretty fast, I have time to answer it. When your next simul, I have already answered that I'm very difficult. It's very difficult for me to organize it in terms of my schedule because I have a lot of tournaments. Next weekend, I'm going for the German Chess Championship under 25 years. I'm actually 25, so it's my last chance to win it. And actually the first one because I never participated in it before. And it's gonna be like a week. So two weekends I will be there and the entire week in between. But after that, hopefully I'm gonna get more time and I'm gonna finally make a simul because I remember I have promised to make it with you guys. I also wanted to make a tournament with you in our lead chess team, an arena tournament. I thought that could be a nice format, but yeah, I just don't have any opportunity for that. But I promise that it's gonna happen, hopefully soon. Okay, maybe I could show you some games here. So we have here Frederick Svein going into the pawn endgame, which is equal. Now not anymore. Now white is winning, apparently because those pawns are going to be faster. And also because h8 would be with a check. Yeah, now it's just game over. Will there be a live stream where we can watch it? I mean, I guess you mean the German Chess Championship? Not sure. I don't think so, but maybe there would be a live stream. No idea, but I'm definitely gonna make a lot of videos out of there. I mean, I might not be able to publish it immediately, of course, but I'm gonna create a lot of footage, and then, of course, you're gonna see it. Wow, why would you play Rook d6? Yeah, you could see that even though those guys are incredibly strong, they're still blundering everything just because in the end of the day they have just 1 or 2 seconds and then it's just too tough to deal with all of the tricks. What is the name of the team in Lichess? That's a good question. Maybe I could share it with you. Give me a second. It's you can see it on my YouTube channel always. If you go to the top of my channel page, you can always see it there. There is a button, join the team to play with me, something like that. But I want to also find it. I have no idea where to look for it. Teams. Yes, now I have it. I have it. Let me paste it in chat. Please join the team to not to miss any games with me. Okay, I already have the next game. Not to miss anything important. Yeah, I'm playing the same opening for a couple of reasons. Of course, first of all, I know it pretty good, but also all of the games that I'm playing in the Untitled Tuesday are automatically going to the database, where my opponents, my real tournaments opponents are gonna prepare, are gonna use those games. So I don't want to play some new opponents, which I am preparing for the classical chess, because I don't want to let my opponents see it. I guess I have knight e4 here, just to stop the e4 move. Then maybe even d5. It's like I'm playing the King's India now, all of a sudden. I didn't expect that. And also knight f6 maybe. Why not? Although maybe he has d5, because I can't take it. Yeah, maybe d5 was better. Okay, he takes. Now I want to play c5. Or maybe e5. Because now I have to take. And c5, I don't like that the bishop is going to be so strong. And e5, if we exchange everything, I'm going to play c6 in the end of the day. And maybe even d5. Yeah, that feels okay. Although I'm still fighting for equalizing the position. Well, that's the purpose of playing the opening as black. You want to equalize the position first, and then hopefully try to outplay your opponent. But I guess I have managed to do that. Yeah, c4 is a good point, because now I'm not going to play c6 and d5, and then this bishop is very good. But maybe I have a5, a4 idea. Okay, e4, that's actually weird, because it's blocking the bishop. But maybe he wants to play f4. I have rook h5, but rook is a little bit clumsy there. Maybe bishop g4 makes sense. Maybe not. Then h3, g4. Yeah, this rook might actually get into trouble. Where do I put it? Maybe a5 and rook c5. Yeah, that feels good. It's protected. e5 is still hopefully not possible. And maybe I even want to play a4, because b4 I have rook takes. Not anymore. e5 is his idea, I guess. I can still take it. Yeah, I can still take it. Maybe now bishop e4 makes sense to... Yeah, maybe not. Let's just try to finish the development. After e5, rook e8 is not possible, because takes, and after takes, he has king f2. I sacrifice the queen, and then both of my rooks are hanging. But after e5, I can just take it. And if pawn takes, I mean, that's gonna be a weakness. If rook takes, and in the end of the day, still this pawn is going to be a weakness. So e5 is not a big deal. And otherwise, I guess I want to play bishop c6, because that would be then an opposition against this bishop on g2. And then rook e8 put a lot of pressure on this e4 pawn. That feels good. And rook on c5, as long as there is a pawn on a5, should be good. Although, yeah, maybe he can play a3 and b4, but that takes time. I'm gonna play bishop c6 and maybe rook h5. But yeah, rook h5 is kind of dangerous. Okay, now bishop c6. Maybe no, h5 is not possible. Rook takes. F5 now. I guess that's too risky. Okay. How do I proceed? Queen e6. A4 wants to play. Maybe b5 should be the move. Yeah, b5 to open up this rook. Should have played it earlier. Queen on e6 is a little bit clumsy now. Yeah. How do I deal with that? Now the rook is hanging. Yeah, queen e6 was a mistake. Now there are a lot of threats coming. Rook d8 takes, queen takes. Hopefully that works. Because otherwise the rook was hanging. And very important that the queen is protected, because otherwise rook e8 would win the queen. Now I want... What do I want? I want to play rook c2. How do I deal with that? I have no idea. In a 5? Takes, rook takes? Ah, no. Okay, not a big deal. I have a queen. I have to be active. Now bishop f1, bishop c6 are annoying. Why? Why not? Am I missing something? And now it's a checkmate. Right. Wow. At least I won the game, but it was once again very intense, as always. I mean, I guess that's my fate. I have those games where everything is just crazy. The whole board is on fire. Although it started like a very normal game. I mean, it didn't seem like anything like that will happen, but yeah, queen e6 was a mistake. I realized it myself. Just b5 immediately. That would have been good. And this one is actually better for white if you play it correctly. Instead of rook d5, yeah, rook d5 is weird. e6 immediately. Yeah, so if you have two rooks against the queen, the way to win is to create those threats against the king and to make sure that your king is not in trouble. And here, clearly, I have this idea in mind. So, yeah, he didn't do anything to stop it, and that is why he lost. Like, immediately here, after queen c2, it's already almost completely winning for black. After bishop c6, it's just checkmate. But I had a few seconds, and I wasn't sure that, like, I was like, why are you allowing that? And so I wasn't sure that I'm not blundering anything. So, but it works. Okay, do you have any questions there? And if you can make a daily video showing us your game and analysis, if you know how to. What do you mean by this question? What daily video? What are you referring? Are you referring to the tournament I'm gonna play, or something else? Let me show you some games. Yeah, here white has an extra bishop for a pawn, but yeah, black's position is very solid. Not always you can win such a position. But 2 against 3, practically it should be a good chance to win. The engine says it's +1, and +1, it doesn't mean that you're winning. Now it's a complete equal position. It's a tournament. Well, I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to do that, because sometimes I also have two games in a day, and then I'm not gonna get any time at all. Otherwise, yeah, I might think about that, but I'm not sure it's not gonna be detrimental for my tournament, because I really want to win it. So I don't want to spoil my chance. Okay, now it's a dead draw. Maybe let's try another game. Yeah, this one is also a dead draw. And that is less interesting. But we will see. Maybe I'm gonna create some videos. Thank you very much for good luck. I hope that's gonna work good for me. Rook f3, rook f2. Yeah, still very tricky. Now white is getting this pawn, and we are gonna get another 50 moves of white trying to win this game. So the point here is that the king should go to the opposite side, opposite color corner from the bishop to a8. Wait, not. No, I'm referring to a different position. Here, you need, once your king is on the back rank, or yeah, the A rank, doesn't matter, you need to be careful not to allow your opponent to checkmate you there. And there are a few ways to do that. There is a way to make a stalemate when you sacrifice your rook and your opponent has to take, and then that's just a draw. Or you're simply not allowing even to push you to the back rank. But you have to be careful, of course, not to blunder there. But just the fact that you are pushed to the A rank doesn't mean that you're losing. Just have to be, 1 second, I'm worried that white might lose on time. But now he's making the moves pretty fast. Okay, if you can make it after you win the tournament, show us how. Yeah, of course. I definitely gonna make it after the tournament. If anything, just as I did last tournament when I actually won the tournament, and I have analyzed quite a lot of games out of it. And hopefully it was instructive for you, so I'm definitely gonna make the same thing here. Okay, white doesn't seem to make any progress, so I guess 50 moves should happen pretty soon. Wait a second, which round is it? 7. So we are gonna have one more round and then maybe a quick break. Yeah, this one is over. We have a lot of players with 6.5 out of 7. Another guy from India. Wow, I might even know him, but I don't know. They're all very strong. Let's see. 9 is white. d4, knight f3, d6, c4, b6, knight c3. Queen c2. Let's try that. And a3. I'm getting here a pair of bishops. I'm losing some time, but hopefully a pair of bishops is still a valid point. I'm not sure whether I should go to d3 or to e2. Maybe to e2 is more solid to protect this bishop, because bishop d3 still he always has f5, and then bishop is not doing much. And I want to play b4, bishop b2. Yeah, and he wants just to checkmate me. That is very aggressive. Maybe I should play knight e1 and f3, but last time I did it, it ended very, very badly. Like rook h6, queen h4, and I missed a checkmate. That was a horrible game. I don't want to repeat that, but how am I supposed to deal with all of the threats? Maybe knight d2 and f3. Knight d2, rook h6, f3, queen h4. At least I can take the knight. If you take and then play queen h4, then yeah, still very annoying. Very annoying. Yeah, actually I have no idea what is the way to stop all of that. Knight e1. Let's hope that this time it's gonna work. Yeah, I should have played that immediately instead of before. Before was just a waste of time. And now f3. Queen h4, I'm taken there. Yeah, chances are huge that I'm gonna blunder something. But what else do I have? I have g3. g3, can I play that? I mean, that feels very dangerous, but I have bishop f3 to stabilize everything. Let's try that. And I still have f3 in my mind. Main thing is I'm stopping this queen from coming. Queen g5 doesn't create any threats because I control that. Although queen g5 f3, queen h5, threatening checkmate, that might be an issue. Maybe I have knight g2 there. Okay. Queen g5, knight g2. Maybe I have knight f3, queen h5, knight h4, and then f3. That'd be an idea. But he can just go back and then my knight is weird. Okay, let's play knight g2 for now. Just to add another defender. f3. Yeah, now f3 might actually work. Although still queen h5 takes, queen h2, king f2, bishop takes, and then g2 and c2 are hanging. f3, queen h5, knight h4. That might actually work. Knight takes, pawn takes, g5. I always have f4 there. But it's very dangerous. Also knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Okay, let's go for it, whatever. Otherwise I'm gonna just lose on time. Okay, bishop d1. Yeah, but queen f2 is still not a move. Hmm. Let's play d5. Let's try to block it. Because this bishop is a very powerful piece. If I manage to block it, then... Because if he takes twice with the bishop, I have bishop c4, and I'm gonna exchange it. But I have 10 seconds. Once again, I'm doing the same mistake. It was difficult to fight against those threats. Now I want to play e4. Oh no. That was unexpected. Now hopefully I have queen f2 idea. That would solve all of my problems. Because the rook is hanging. Ah no, bishop, queen h3. Yeah, queen h3 is there. Oh no. Yeah. So tough, so tough. I felt like here... here after d5 it shouldn't be that bad. No, it's actually winning for black, okay. Yeah, I'm bad with those positions. Here it's still equal. Let me go to the game review. The plan for black is so clear, yet so difficult to fight against it. I get a pair of bishops, but I lose a lot of time. So here the position is equal and 91 is a mistake. Yeah, I did it last time, it was a mistake, and this time it's still a mistake. No wonder. d5 immediately. So I'm just sacrificing this pawn, I guess, just to... okay, to open up this bishop, first of all, and then... yeah, so the idea is to exchange this bishop. It's possible, but the best move is rook f to d1. If you just go back, what is the point? Bishop... okay, and then you exchange. Yeah, that makes sense, because now this bishop is thrown, this bishop is gonna be exchanged, and there are some weaknesses to attack, and this attack is not that significant. d5, I should remember this idea. That is still equal, and g2 is still fine. f3 is even the best move. E4. Right, e4. I mean, how did I miss it? I just automatically took on g3, but that is such a typical idea. And I'm attacking both the queen and the rook. Then I'm taking here. I mean, it's not simple. It's not better for me, but it feels much better than what I have got in the game. Now bishop f4 and everything is more or less fine. And after takes, yeah, takes is a huge mistake. Now it's much better for black. So here I should have just played e4. Or here just don't play f3 if you don't see e4. a4. I mean, what kind of human being can play a4 here? But that is what the engine suggests. He says, I don't care about this attack. You can't give a checkmate. What is actually the problem? Bishop f3 is a move. c5 is a move. And a4 is a move. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, do you have any questions there? Yeah, thank you very much for good luck. I guess we are gonna make a quick break because it's round number 8 now. And I'm gonna be back with the last 3 rounds. Hopefully it's gonna be very fascinating. Hopefully I'm gonna get some victories over strong players too, because yeah, those Indian guys are just beasts. What can I say? So yeah, stay tuned and see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back with the last 3 rounds of the title Tuesday. Let's see. I can show you. Yeah, okay, we have 15 seconds. So I can tell you that Alexander Bortnik and Alexander Grishuk are sharing the first place with 7.5 out of 8. I mean, Grishuk is an incredible blitz player. He is just crushing everybody. Okay, and I have another opponent playing as white. Hopefully that's gonna be a smooth game because so far I didn't have any smooth games in this tournament, and I really hope to have it. Yeah, finally we have the King's Indian. Classical one. Oops. Are you gonna play a5, right? Takes. I actually like this variation for white. Yeah, I'm taking here with the pawn. The pawn goes to f4 and then the e file is opened. I'm not sure. Maybe queen d2. It's always great to support this bishop so that 95 would be possible. Now f4. Can you really do that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have tried to save the bishop there, but I felt like also the c7 pawn is going to be hanging. I mean, if I exchange. I guess I exchange because there is no problem for me here, hopefully. And otherwise, I'm attacking here, and of course, it's diagonal. After the bishops are off the board, I mean, feels like a great position. I hope not to spoil it. Of course, this queen might look scary, but I don't see any way for it to create any problems. I guess I should take. I mean, just play rook e1 and then provoke him to play f6. Do I need that? I'm not sure which. I mean, I like both. I'm not sure which one is better. Let's start with rook e1. Let's try to still make it complicated. Because if he plays f6, obviously my bishop is much stronger than his bishop. And maybe I would have some additional ideas. I feel like at some point he still needs to go back with his queen. That is why I took it on h3. Yeah, that's what I said. Actually, now I have knight f6. He has to take. And I mean, this bishop is a monster. And I also can just double the rooks. Because I don't see any move for him which is not losing the material. Okay, let me do it. Okay, he actually... Wait. Now I can take... Or maybe just... Bishop take. And he doesn't have the f6 opportunity in the end of the day. That is why I thought that rook a8 is not a move. Because the rook, I thought, must be there to make f6 possible. Now takes, king takes, queen b2, check, f6 is not a move. King has to go, I don't know where. King f8 is not possible because of checkmate. King g8 is not possible because of knight f6. So king h6 is the only move, but I mean, can you really survive that? I hope not. Maybe you can. Knight f6, queen goes somewhere, and then g4. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Should be winning, but I'm afraid to make a mistake. Because, I mean, the position is so great, to spoil it would be very pity. So g4, g5. it's a, well, more or less checkmate. If the king goes back, then the knight has so many jumps like knight h5, and then queen is coming. Should be a game over. So g4, if he plays g5, I just take it, also opening up the king. Yeah, I guess I still do it. I don't know, maybe rook e1 was good, but... Okay, now takes... maybe g4 is hanging, and might be a problem for me. What else do I have? I have f... No, f5 is bad, queen e5. Maybe knight... Play knight h5, that's threatening checkmate. Oh no, I did blunder something. Maybe it's still not blundering everything, but yeah, I should have taken. Yeah. On knight d4 is coming. Very annoying. Knight d5. 4. Still have some activity, but yeah, that was incredibly stupid from my side. You need 2 maybe? 5. I mean, as long as the king is still... okay. No, queen takes g3. Queen takes g3 wins the game. I don't know, that was so stupid. Or that. It was so stupid, it was so winning, and I just blundered everything. Yeah. I said it's gonna be a pity, and it is a huge pity. Even don't have any way to trick him with my knight. So this just blunders a pawn. Yeah. Yeah, this game is a very, very, very sad one. The only good thing is that it's not a real tournament. It's just an internet tournament, but still, I mean, just the dream position after the opening and spoiling everything. Yeah, I have to resign. Okay, well, that's life. Let's see how I could have checkmated. Of course, I should have taken on g5, but I still didn't like the fact that g4 was hanging. Maybe g4 itself wasn't the right idea, because I have created a weakness for myself, absolutely unnecessary. Yeah, it's +3 here already. G2. I should just take, right? And then b4 just wins the game. Right. Yeah, I mean, I know that this position is winning, and I know that pretty much everything wins, but somehow I still managed to lose it. Incredible. Yeah, knight h5 is of course a blunder. And pawn takes, still everything is winning. So king takes g5, I was calculating knight takes h7, but somehow I didn't like it, and the engine confirms it. The right move is f4. Right, because if king takes, I have rook f1. Because I was calculating h4 with pretty much the same idea, and then I still didn't like the fact that... Oh, it's still winning, king g2, rook h1. Yeah, amazing game. Feel free to ask your questions. I guess your main question is how I could have spoiled this position. I mean, it's actually not... It's just +2 after takes, not that winning as I thought. Where did I... okay, it's just not that huge. Okay, I thought that's completely winning, but it's not that bad. here. So bishop takes g7 is even stronger. Right, and then knight h5. It's -1. Actually, not such a huge deal, but yeah. Okay, let's try to win the... Oops. Last 2 rounds, I accidentally played d5 instead of d6. I have no idea how to play the Scandinavian defense. Just literally no single idea. Apart from the fact that you should take and then go somewhere with the queen. I guess back. That was stupid. I suppose you place your knight on f6 and then maybe bishop f5. I mean, that is literally the first time in my life where I play the Scandinavian defense, and I also don't play e4 as white, so I have no experience in it from the white side as well. And in general, I don't like this opening because it's like you're just wasting 2 moves with your queen in the opening, which is very weird. Yeah, let's just try to develop the pieces. Okay, now if I play c5, I guess d5 is an idea. Yeah, and then d6. What should I do? Knight d7 and knight b6 and then c5? That feels slow. Knight h5? That feels weird. I guess I have to play knight d7 to continue my development. And then maybe knight b6. As far as I know, the only advantage of this Scandinavian defense is that you get a very, very solid position, no weaknesses, and very difficult to break through for white. So c5 now. You can go somewhere, queen is 7. Hopefully I still survive. If he plays d5, takes. Okay, d5 is still a move. Then I have to play bishop. No, that's not good. Okay, let's make fast and hopefully pretty strong moves, just developing everything, and then we'll see what happens. Because c5 is never a problem. d5 is, yeah, with opponent c7, never a problem. That means that I have some time to develop. I'm blundering 95. Yeah, maybe I'm too tired or something. I mean, 90. How can you blunder that? But the position is still very solid, somehow. What is the threat? I guess it's time for me to play c5, because otherwise... Although he takes place knight b5. Maybe I play knight d7. Although I don't create any threats, he can just ignore it. I thought that if he goes back, then maybe I have knight f8, knight g6. By the way, why didn't I do it in the first place? Maybe c6 is needed to stop knight b5, because knight b5 seems to be pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm playing some very weird chess because I have no idea how to play this opening. And I just hope that I still survive. Knight takes. Put the knight on g6. If he goes knight d6, at least I exchange once again on some pieces. And with every exchange, it's getting a little bit simpler. But this bishop is very annoying. Ah, okay. Maybe rook d5, because knight c3, at least I can always go back. Ah, he wants to exchange and then knight d6, but I guess I can survive that. Why did I play that? Maybe b6 was better. Wait, bishop h4. At least it's protected twice, so I still have knight f4 ideas. Or, yeah, I'm blundering takes and g3. Maybe not, maybe rook g4, rook g6. Yeah, maybe it still works, and then bishop e7 back. Hopefully I still survive once again. Yeah, at least I'm not losing. Knight d6, I might even sacrifice. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes, queen h4. That feels pretty dangerous. Although I have just two pieces and no more support. Okay, now bishop e7, I'm controlling the square. I actually feel pretty good about this position. But once again, time. Oh no, I don't want to exchange, that's true. Time is my biggest concern. I want to create some threats against the king. Okay, let's do it now. Because if he plays b5, he's gonna open up the a file, which is good for my rook. Oh no. How do I deal with that? I completely forgot the move. The move h4. Okay, then let's go for the endgame. Now my rook is very clumsy. Oh. Okay, I didn't have bishop c5. Now bishop c5 is a threat. Yeah, this position is not good for me. Not good for me at all. Check. At least I have a check. Okay, now it's maybe not that bad. Ah! Lost on time. In the moment where finally I have managed to equalize the position at least. Yeah. The first Scandinavian defense in my life wasn't successful. Yeah, this queen d7 was so stupid. But actually here it's not a big deal. It's just a round equal before this knight f4 move. Why did I play that? I don't know. Rook d5 back. But even that is not a big deal. Now it's once again equal. Yeah, that is a mistake. Queen f5. Yeah, right. I have queen f5. Endgame is bad, obviously. But I have managed to somehow trick him. Why? Why is rook d2 losing? Okay, it's not losing. No, it is losing. Why? Rook takes. Ah, rook d7, I guess. Yeah, rook d7 is winning. Yeah, that is. Both of us missed it. And this position is already completely fine. I mean, it's even better for black, but I lost on time. Yeah, somehow today it doesn't work for me. And the problem is the same. I'm too slow. would I would tell you some Scandinavian theory, but that's cheating, and I'm not an IM, so it would probably be even worse than freestyling it. Well, I don't know. I don't know what is worse, because I definitely played it the wrong way. Rishuk is playing as white, so he's winning. against Aram Nakoban. Yeah, so Grishuk might just win this tournament. I have a feeling. Yeah, he's in sole lead now with 9.5 out of 10. But of course, the last round can still change it. Okay, another player from India, women FIDE master. Hopefully, yeah, let me pre-move it. I'm sure I'm not gonna play the Scandinavian. I mean, against d4, I'm completely fine with playing d5, but against e4, d5, I don't know a single thing there. Okay, now we have the London, another opponent that I don't like playing because it's so boring. I mean, why would you play that? 5. So difficult to get some life out of it, especially if you want to play for a win as black. Just very tough. At least I have a very strong bishop here, potentially a second one. D3, okay. Yeah, I guess that is because I didn't play a6 and I played a5s, and you're not obliged to play c4. But I mean, that's not active at all. It's white. You're supposed to somehow go forward, be active. I guess I should play e5, otherwise I don't have anything at all. And now pawn takes. I want to leave more pieces on the board. And also now this bishop was controlled the diagonal, now e4, but now c4 might be a weakness. So I can play knight c5 immediately, but that would exchange e4 against e5, and I'm not gonna really get anything afterwards. Let me continue the development for now. And now knight c5 seems to be interesting. Or maybe even prepare one more move. And then let's do that. Development is a key, so it should work. Ah, okay, knight b3. That stops knight c5, but apart from that, this knight is so weird on b3. It doesn't have any squares at all. So now maybe it's time for knight h5 and knight f4. I mean, obviously she can just take it, but then I'm gonna have two bishops, and also this bishop is gonna be opened, and the e file is going to be opened, and the e5 square I'm gonna get. Also, white is gonna have the d4 square. So it's always some kind of trade-off. You get something, you lose something. The b5, another move that I completely missed. It's not a big deal, of course, but it's a little bit inconvenient here. Maybe I should play rook f8 and prepare f5, because then this bishop will be a monster. Let's do that. Maybe f5 immediately was possible, because after e takes f, bishop takes f3. Yeah. Bishop takes d7. e5 is still protected, so hopefully I'm not blundering anything. Ah, maybe just rook d1 now. Or that, but now I have a bishop without an opponent here, and actually we have two bishops against two knights. But still e4 should be a weakness. Question is, do I want to play f5? Takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes. I mean, that feels dangerous. h3 is very weak. Let's try it. Of course, now there wouldn't be a weakness on e4, but there would be a very strong bishop. 3. But what is... Ah, knight g5? What is the threat? 96. But I guess I can still take it. I mean, queen e7 is also good. No, not good. Because now in knight e6 I have bishop d. Maybe I don't, because rook takes. I mean knight takes f8. But I mean still I have those powerful bishops, powerful pawns. Should mean something, right? The queen is protected, so I have to go somewhere with a rook. But how many extra pawns I have now? One. Okay, but a very powerful one. No, c7 is hanging. e3. Or maybe just queen f7. Because, I mean, the endgame with an extra pawn should definitely be good. And if he goes... that one. Well, I can continue. Now c7 would be hanging. Okay, now the endgame. Right, so... How do we protect on a4? Although maybe yeah, maybe c5 was even better. Oh, bishop g7 still works because rook d1, bishop a4, and now I play c5. And I neutralize this bishop. Sorry, this knight. Maybe e3 takes and rook takes. Then this bishop would be once again stronger. And some rook g3 ideas would be there. And this weakness is always there. And if you play b3, then c3 is a weak pawn. So knight c4 might be an idea, but I guess I should take more pawns than g. Yeah, that should be winning. Be winning. Although maybe I should have taken it with rook there. Okay, so now I have two extra pawns. Maybe I should just push this one. Okay, she just resigned. Yeah, it's a pity there is no next round because I feel like finally I would have been able to win a game. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So yeah, at least I defeated the London system. I'm happy about that. But somehow I have managed to create some activity. Okay, it is a mistake. Yeah, knight c5 immediately, and it's a little bit better for black. I thought that if you let this exchange happen, and then the pawn structure is more or less the same, and I don't have much, but the engine says it's better for black. Knight f6, knight f4. f5 is not the best move, queen c6. Yeah, apparently there is just no way to save this pawn. And if you play e5, then you're weakening the whole diagonal hugely. I mean, just bishop takes. But what can you do with white? Rook d1, okay, but still queen is 7. E takes f, bishop takes, and you survive somehow here. Queen c4. I mean, yeah, I understand that I also have some weaknesses, but it feels so scary. The engine doesn't care, as always. The engine never cares. And here I had something better than that, right? No, I did everything correctly. Rook f5 was possible, but rook f5 is rather a difficult move. You want to control the back rank just in case, especially in blitz. Yeah, and this endgame should be relatively easy winning, and I didn't really make any mistakes, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, so that was the game. Let's see what is the standings. Whether Grishuk is winning. He made a draw. We still have any games. Yeah, we just have a few games finish the tournament. Let me make the standings for you. Okay, we have Grishuk winning. Yeah, I guess he deserves it. And Bortnik is the second place. Demchenko is the third one. Okay, guys, let's see if you have any questions. Doesn't seem to be the case. Hikaru Nakamura is out of the Chess Kit Championship. Are you referring to the title Tuesday, saying that it's a kids tournament, not, or maybe there is another tournament they are playing? I'm not really following it. But anyway, thank you very much for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this tournament. I hope it was instructive for you. Yeah, once again, I scored 5 points out of 11. Not something I would be proud of, but still, I guess I had some fascinating games. I have defeated a very strong player, and I'm proud of that. But unfortunately, I have also lost some games because of some stupid mistakes. That happens. That's life. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.